Hi, this is Captain Dharmani, your neighborhood captain, whether you are at sea or in port or at home or preparing for examinations. I welcome you to this chat. Today, let's talk about safe port. In a voyage charter party, it is the charter's obligation under warranty to nominate a safe port for the vessel. So, what is a safe port? Safe port has been aptly described, defined. A port shall not be safe unless the vessel, in her present state, can approach it, use it, and depart from it without, in absence of special circumstances, being exposed to of navi- dangers which cannot be avoided by good seamanship and navigation. Now, in this, first thing is the charter has to nominate a safe port. Then the vessel, whether she's loaded or in ballast, when she's approaching it, she should be able to approach the port safely. In other words, you have channels, you have navigation hazards which are marked or which are missing, which can affect the safety of the vessel. Even inefficient VTIS or lack of proper tugs, berths which are not safe for the ships, the drafts at the berth, the marking of the navigation channels, lights and buoys not in position, vessel having to wait for tides, a port exposed by very strong winds. All such conditions make the port unsafe. Now, the other point is vessels should be able to use the port at the same time depart from it. You cannot have a port just she's safe for reaching but not safe for departing. For example, a ship can be safely navigated into port when she is in a ballast condition, less draft, 10 meters, 12 meters. But after she's loaded to 20 meters, she has to wait 15 days for a spring tide, or the channels are not properly marked for her to go safely in that depth. She'll still not be a safe port. And the second thing is, in absence of abnormal circumstances, the charter's warranty is valid when abnormal circumstances do not prevail. Now, what are abnormal circumstances? Abnormal circumstances are forces of nature, act of God, tsunami like conditions, force measures. Such circumstances which make the port unsafe are outside the obligation of the charterers. So, when should the port be safe? At the time when it is nominated. When a charterer nominates a port, at the time of his nomination, the port should be safe and it should remain safe progressively as the vessel approaches the port from open sea. It can happen a port that was safe when it was nominated became unsafe when the vessel reached. A case in point is the ship Avia. She was chartered and the port of discharge was nominated as Basra. Basra was normal working conditions when it was nominated. The vessel reached Basra, she berthed, started to discharge, and then the war broke between Iran and Iraq. Unfortunately, the shuttle or channel got blocked by some other vessel which was bombed and she sank. So the Avia could not even depart from the unsafe conditions of Basra. Then she was continuously bombed and finally declared a constructive total loss. The owners sued the charterers for having sent the ship to a unsafe port, but it was decided that Basra was safe at the time it was nominated by the charterers. The maximum that the charterer could have done was the moment warlike situations happened, they could have ordered the ship out of the port. She was a time chartered vessel. But to her bad luck, the ship behind her also got bombed and she blocked the channel. So it was held that charterer's warranty prevailed at the time she navigated, or rather, she was nominated. So when a master approaches any port, he has to satisfy himself that is the port safe for approach? What would be the depths when she departs, if she's going to be laden vessel? Availability of tugs, all notices to mariners have been reported to him. Does the port have an efficient pilot system? Does it have adequate tugs? His reference to sailing directions, guide to port entries will tell him the prevailing weather conditions. So all these he's satisfied, then he will say, yes, the port is safe. Now the question comes, master cannot be aware of all things happening before arrival. So in good faith and after ascertaining from various authorities, he proceeds to the port and the ship gets damaged, either by grounding, lack of depths, or circumstances of weather which were made her unsafe. That is the time he can hold the charterer responsible for damages that have happened to the hull or the cargo. Now, if the master proceeds into the port, the charterer cannot say that you were free not to enter. No. The master goes in good faith, keeping all that is available to him. So, all that happens if he goes into a safe port is the owner waives his right to demand a safe port. But he does not waive his right under law to demand damages from the charter, including dry docking, for having been sent to a port which proved unsafe for the vessel. So, this, gentlemen, is what makes a port safe or unsafe. I will see you at the next time. Till that, stay safe wherever you are. Fair winds to all of you who are at sea, and safe return from to home. And God bless all. Thank you.